everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 975 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today, we're already into October and I'm still trying out my September Ipsy products, but this is the last product I have to try out from Ipsy from my September glam bags, which means I'm going to be doing my full face makeup tutorial very soon, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel so that you don't miss out on that video. So the product that I have here today to try out in this beautiful packaging is the Zoeva Caramel Melange Eyeshadow Palette. And I think this is a very exciting and fun and beautiful product for me to save for last. So let's see. Here is what it looks like, and oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I love the colors because I love an easy, neutral eyeshadow look. I feel like they're just my go-to quick eyeshadow look if I want to do something that can transition me from day to night. But this palette also has some great pops, so I could make it a little bit more glam if I want to. So these 6 shades are matte. And then these ones have some shimmer, and this palette has a retail value of $28. So before I get into applying it to my eyes, I want to go ahead and do some swatches. So I want to check out these shimmers, see if these could be highlight shades. I think they're going to be a little bit too dark and pigmented for highlight shades. Let's try this white. And swatch this one as well. I like the texture of them from first impressions. Let's see how that white is. Oh wow, that looks like a really bright pigmented white. Oh wow, I am very impressed by these mattes. Oh wow, and that metallic, gorgeous. Nice shimmer. And then this shade, it has some glitter to it, but it's got more of a matte texture. Oh my gosh, looking at my hand now, this color story reminds me of Halloween. So this is also a great Halloween palette. You've got some great orange shades in here. And so how perfect. I'm using a Zoeva eyeshadow palette and I'm pairing it with my Zoeva eyeshadow primer that I absolutely love. This is the Eyeshadow Fix in Matte. I use this eyeshadow primer in all of my eyeshadow tutorials and reviews these days. But I also have a full dedicated review video on this Zoeva eyeshadow primer. And I'm only applying it to one of my eyes, so then we can see how these eyeshadows apply with and without the primer. But if you want to see that full dedicated review video on this primer and get some more information on it, I'll have that video linked in the description down below. But okay, so I am actually going to set the eyelids with this white shade. I feel like that's a really fun way to make the colors pop. So I'm just using my finger and I'm applying the white all over the eyelid to set and prep the eyelid. And this is actually a buildable white shade, so you can get it to be pretty bright and pigmented on the eye. I'm not focusing too much on building up the brightness because I am just going to put other colors on top of it. But I also just kind of wanted to see how it looks on the eye and how it applies. It definitely applies more pigmented on the eye with the primer. So it's not the most amazing white eyeshadow I've ever seen, ever used. But that's okay. I don't wear white eyeshadows very often. But I feel like my eyelids are well prepped now. And so now I'm going to do my transition shade. And I think I'm going to take, I feel like any of these matte shades could be a good transition shade. But I think I'm going to go with this one here on the end. A little bit of kickback there. This one's kind of a mix of orange and brown. Now that I'm applying it onto the eye, it looks much more orange. Yeah, it actually looks like a true bright orange shade as I'm blending it out on my eye. It is easy to blend. I like this as a transition shade. It is so easy to blend and diffuse, and it has good pigment, but I feel like I can blend it out well and make it not quite as bright. And next up, I want to deepen the crease with this shade here, but it looks almost exactly the same as the shade I just used, so we'll see if it makes a difference on the eye. And so I'm going to focus that right into the crease. It does look different just because I'm applying it in a more centralized area, so I'm not diffusing out the color as much. But honestly, these two matte orange shades look so similar and serve the same purpose that I kind of would have liked to see a different shade in the palette, because you only get 10 shades, and for almost 3 or 4 of them to be so similar, I like to see a little bit more of a range of colors. Help you get more of your money's worth. But wow, yeah, this one is so pretty, so easy to blend. But just blends out so evenly and so smooth and fast. And we've got Dexter. Dexter making his daily video appearance. I didn't think that I was going to have a super orange eyeshadow look, but that's kind of how it's turning into. I'm feeling a little bit of a block in what I want to do, because usually I just put a darker shade into the outer corner, and in this palette, really the only darker shade left is this one in the corner here. But that's just so typical and expected. So I kind of want to choose one of the shimmery shades instead to put on the lid, but then that's going to make my eyeshadow look super orange. So at first when I saw this palette, I was excited about the colors, but now that I'm actually getting into it, I am not too happy with the color selection in here. But I guess I'm going to go ahead and pick up this shimmery brown here, and now looking at it, this shimmery brown shade is so similar to this shimmery brown shade, so those basically serve the same purpose and I could use them interchangeably. But for the fun of it, I'm going to use both of them. Gosh, wow, yeah, and when I apply this to my eye, it no longer looks like a shimmery brown, it looks like a shimmering orange, which is pretty, but I feel like no matter what direction you try and take this palette in, it ends up looking very orange. So yeah, now on the rest of my eyelid, I'm going to choose the other shimmering brown orange shade, and let's see if they even look different on the eyelid. God. Barely. Just the slightest hint different. They're definitely both just shimmering orange shades. Yeah, now that I have my eyelid fully filled in with the orange shimmers, you can't even tell that they are 2 different shades of orange. I'm just blending it all together, but it just looks like a mishmash of orange on my eyes. So what I think is going to happen is, these are nice eyeshadows. I like the formulas, but I feel like I need more colors. So when I use this palette and I reach for it in the future, I'm going to use other colors with it in other eyeshadows and other palettes. So I think this is my official Halloween eyeshadow tutorial. My orange Halloween eyeshadow tutorial is what this turned into. And if I had in mind an orange eyeshadow tutorial, I would be pretty happy with how this came out. But thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.